a guy in cargo shorts and a messy afro, playing video games during meetings, just stole $30 billion and convinced the world he was doing it to save humanity. Tom Brady did ads for him. So did Shaq, Larry David, Gisele Bündchen. He donated more money to politicians than almost anyone in America. He was on the cover of Forbes and Fortune. He testified before Congress. Then, in November 2022, it took exactly 10 days for $32 billion to become zero, and for the guy in cargo shorts to become a federal prisoner, serving 25 years. This is the story of Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX, and the biggest financial fraud since Bernie Madoff, maybe bigger. But first, you need to understand something about Sam Bankman-Fried. He didn't dress like a billionaire. He didn't act like a billionaire. And that was entirely the point. Sam Bankman-Fried was born in 1992 to two Stanford law professors. Let me repeat that. Both of his parents were Stanford LAW professors. This wasn't some outsider who got lucky. This was American aristocracy. He went to MIT, physics degree. But physics wasn't his passion. His passion was a philosophy called effective altruism. The idea that you should earn as much money as possible so you can give it away to save the world. Sounds noble, right? Here's the problem. Effective altruism gave Sam Bankman-Fried the perfect cover. If you're earning billions to save the world, then the ends justify the means ANY means. After MIT, Sam joined a trading firm called Jane Street. He learned arbitrage. He learned how to exploit tiny price differences across markets. He learned how to make money appear from nothing. 2017, Sam Bankman-Fried discovered something beautiful. Cryptocurrency in Asia was trading at higher prices than cryptocurrency in America. Same Bitcoin, different price. He could buy here, sell there, and pocket the difference. He started a trading firm called Alameda Research, named after a street in Berkeley. Within months, he was making up to $25 million per day on this single arbitrage trade, per day. But here's the thing about arbitrage. It disappears. Once enough people discover a price difference, the difference closes. Sam needed a new machine, so in 2019, he built one. He called it FTX. FTX was a cryptocurrency exchange, a place where people could buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, and hundreds of other cryptocurrencies. Think of it like a stock exchange, but for crypto. Sam would take a small fee on every trade. But Sam didn't just build an exchange. He moved the entire operation to the Bahamas, a country with barely any financial regulation, a place where no one would ask uncomfortable questions about where the money was going. The headquarters was a 5-penthouse compound. Sam lived there with 9 other people, including several executives, his on-again, off-again girlfriend Caroline Ellison, and what some described as a polycule. Multiple people in overlapping romantic relationships, running billions of dollars. By 2021, FTX was valued at $32 billion. Sam Bankman-Fried's personal net worth, $26 billion. At age 29, he was one of the richest people on earth, and he was just getting started. Sam went on a spending spree that defied comprehension. He bought the naming rights to the Miami Heat's arena for $35 million, FTX Arena. He plastered his logo on everything. Then came the celebrities. Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen didn't just do ads for FTX. They took equity. They became part owners. So did Shaquille O'Neal. So did Steph Curry. So did Larry David in one of the most ironic commercials ever made. Then came the politicians. Sam donated $40 million to Democrats in 2022. He was the second biggest donor to Joe Biden, but he also donated to Republicans through back channels. He was buying everyone. He testified before Congress, sat at the witness table. Lawmakers treated him like a visionary. They asked for his advice on how to regulate crypto. The Fox was consulting on henhouse security. The press loved him. The next Warren Buffett, the most generous billionaire. He was profiled constantly, always with the same angle. Here's a billionaire who's different, who doesn't care about money, who sleeps on a beanbag and will give it all away. But behind the beanbag and the cargo shorts, behind the Larry David commercials and the congressional testimony, Sam Bankman-Fried was running a fraud so simple It was almost insulting. He was stealing customer money. Here's how it worked. When customers deposited money on FTX to buy crypto, that money was supposed to stay at FTX. Safe, segregated, available whenever the customer wanted to withdraw. That's how exchanges are supposed to work. But Sam had a secret back door. Customer deposits were being quietly transferred to Alameda Research, his trading firm, through a hidden account. $8 billion of customer money gone. What was Alameda doing with $8 billion of stolen customer money? Gambling, making huge, risky bets on cryptocurrencies. When the bets won, Sam kept the profits. When the bets lost, he just stole more customer money to cover the hole. And what did Sam spend the stolen money on? The arena was just the start. Political donations, celebrity endorsements, a $300 million venture capital fund, luxury real estate for his parents, $90 million in Bahamas properties for his inner circle. The person running Alameda day to day, Caroline Ellison, Sam's ex-girlfriend, a math prodigy who graduated from Stanford. She later testified that she knew they were using customer money. She knew it was wrong. She did it anyway. The relationship between FTX and Alameda was supposed to be arm's length, independent. Instead, they were the same thing, run by romantic partners, sharing customers' money. And no one outside knew. The 2nd of November 2022, a website called CoinDesk published a story that changed everything. They had obtained Alameda's balance sheet. What it showed was terrifying. Alameda's biggest asset, a token called FTT, the token that FTX itself had created. Sam's trading firm was backed primarily by a cryptocurrency that Sam's exchange had made up. It was circular. It was worthless. It was a house of cards. November 6, Changpeng Zhao, the CEO of Binance, FTX's biggest competitor, tweeted that Binance would sell all its FTT holdings, $1 billion worth. He lit the match. The tweet triggered a bank run. FTX customers panicked. In 24 hours, they tried to withdraw $6 billion. But remember, the money wasn't there. Sam had already taken it. November 8th. In desperation, Sam turned to his enemy. He asked Binance to buy FTX and save him from collapse. Binance agreed to look at a deal. For one brief moment, it seemed like Sam might escape. November 9th. Binance pulled out. They looked at the books and saw the truth. The hole was too big, the fraud too obvious. Binance's statement: "The issues are beyond our ability to help." Translation: "This is a crime scene, not a company." November 11th, FTX filed for bankruptcy. Sam Bankman-Fried resigned as CEO. $32 billion in value gone in 10 days, from the CoinDesk article to bankruptcy. 10 days. The new CEO brought in to clean up the mess: John Ray III, the same man who cleaned up Enron. He said FTX was worse. Quote, "Never in my career have I seen such a complete failure of corporate controls. What John Ray found was beyond belief. No accounting department, no list of employees, no board meetings, expenses approved by emoji, billions of dollars tracked on QuickBooks, software meant for small businesses, and a secret backdoor that let Alameda take customer money without triggering alarms." The 12th of December 2022. Sam Bankman-Fried was arrested in the Bahamas. Handcuffs on the wrists that typed those congressional testimonies. Mugshot of the face that graced magazine covers. The costume didn't protect him. He was extradited to the United States, charged with wire fraud, securities fraud, money laundering, campaign finance violations. 7 counts, each carrying decades in prison. Then his inner circle turned on him. Caroline Ellison pled guilty. She agreed to testify against Sam. So did the co-founder, Gary Wang. So did the engineering director, Nishad Singh. Everyone was cooperating. Except Sam. Caroline's testimony was devastating. She said Sam directed her to take the customer money. She said they all knew it was wrong. She said they did it anyway because Sam told them the risk was worth it. She cried on the stand. The trial lasted 1 month. The jury deliberated for 4 hours. 4 hours to decide on $32 billion of fraud. On the 2nd of November 2023, exactly 1 year after the CoinDesk article, the verdict came. Guilty. All 7 counts. Wire fraud, securities fraud, money laundering, conspiracy. Sam Bankman-Fried, the billionaire in cargo shorts, was now a convicted felon. The costume finally failed. The 28th of March 2024. Sentencing day. The prosecutors asked for 40 to 50 years. Sam's lawyers begged for 6.5. The judge split neither way. 25 years in federal prison. 25 years. Sam Bankman-Fried will be in prison until he's 56 years old. His crypto empire gone. His reputation destroyed. His freedom taken. For 25 years, he'll have time to think about those cargo shorts. The victims. Over 1 million customers lost access to their money. Some lost their life savings. Some lost everything. While Sam was buying arenas and flying private, real people were being destroyed. The celebrities who promoted FTX, they're being sued. Tom Brady, Gisele, Shaq, Larry David, Steph Curry. The lawsuit alleges they should have done due diligence before lending their names to a fraud. The politicians who took his money, scrambling to return it or donate it to charity. $40 million in political donations now toxic. The access he bought, worthless. Caroline Ellison, she got 2 years. Gary Wang, no prison time. Nishad Singh, no prison time. They cooperated. They testified. Sam was the only one who went to trial. And he's the only one doing real time. So what are the lessons? First, the costume doesn't matter. Sam Bankman-Fried looked different from every other billionaire. He dressed down. He seemed humble. It was all performance. A predator in a t-shirt is still a predator. Second, beware of people who say they'll give it all away. Effective altruism became a permission structure for theft. Him doing bad things for good reasons is still doing bad things. Third, when someone seems too good to be true, they are. A 30-year-old running a $32 billion exchange, promising to give it all away, living in a beanbag. Every detail was a red flag. Fourth, the people we trust as validators failed. Forbes called him a genius. Congress asked for his advice. Regulators didn't regulate. Every institution that should have questioned Sam Bankman-Fried didn't. And fifth, at least this time, there were consequences. 25 years, not a golden parachute, not a slap on the wrist. Prison. Sometimes, the system works. But here's the question that should terrify you. Sam Bankman-Fried fooled everyone for years. Forbes' fortune. Congress. Tom Brady. The smartest people in finance. If they all got fooled, what are you missing? The next Sam Bankman-Fried is out there right now, building the next FTX, wearing the next costume, telling the next story about saving the world. And someone is believing it. This was the downfall, where every empire falls. And we show you exactly how it happens. If you want to see behind the curtain of the next disaster before it makes headlines, subscribe. Because by the time you read about it, it's already too late. The downfall. Subscribe now.